Hi, I'm Karin. Welcome to my kitchen. Bad news is quarantine is extended, but good news is it's gorgeous outside. I believe that means it's time for picnics.
Every summer growing up, my family would gather for at least a couple picnics, potluck style. We'd meet at the farm, meet at the lake.
One thing that's always there is picnic chicken. My great Aunt Shirley, my grandmother, and my great grandmother had it down to a science. So naturally, I called my great Aunt Shirley to get her best advice on making the ultimate picnic chicken.
Shirley's rule number one is to start with good chicken. The better the chicken, the less you have to do to make it taste delicious.
Picnic chicken is like the Midwestern cousin to what we normally think of when we think of fried chicken. For people in your family with dentures or braces, it's a lot easier to eat. I got this chicken from some friends of mine on a farm, but you can buy some really good birds retail now as well. As you can guess, I like to buy whole, and then I'm going to use the carcass for the stock.
I'm just breaking this bird down into the typical pieces, and we'll use all of them.
Don't worry about seasoning and brining this chicken ahead of time. As my great Aunt Shirley said, you want to taste that good chicken. Remember, this is farm style.
This chicken will have a different texture than brine chicken, and it's not meant to be super crispy, which is great in its own way.
There are a number of great restaurants in town that are doing that for takeout. Now you could get really creative with your spice blend here. I just did salt and pepper. In my family, black pepper is even considered spicy, so we're kind of living on the edge here. I'm gonna keep it simple and nostalgic. Speaking of nostalgia, I'm also using this old fry pan again, but you could just use a skillet for this.
I'm using mainly butter, cut with a little canola to prevent from burning. Lard or bacon drippings are also great.
While our oil is heating, we can coat our chicken in some flour. For flouring the chicken, you can use a big bowl like this with some flour in it. You can also put your chicken in a bag, just like shake and bake. Oops.
It also helps to work with chicken that's not ice cold. It'll cook better. We're heating our oil to 350 to 375 degrees.
Time to fry that chicken.
Getting the oil to a high enough temperature will help the chicken get a nice little crust on the outside.
Now, you can save this flour, put it in a bag, and put it in your freezer until the next time you're going to fry some chicken.
We're just browning the chicken on the outside, but we'll finish cooking it in the oven.
I have the oven preheated to 300 degrees. If you want to go a little bit faster, you could do 325. We're going to cook it mostly covered. This kind of keeps in some of the moisture and flavors, and then we'll finish it the last 15 to 20 minutes of baking. That way it kind of gets crispy again. You just don't want it to be like soggy flour on the outside. Our chicken is almost there. Keep in mind it'll continue to brown in the oven once it's uncovered. This is beautifully browned, but not yet cooked all the way through. I'm using some foil on the bottom of this cast iron because I don't have a roasting pan. I want it to be a little bit elevated off of the bottom. It just helps to cook better, I think. We'll cook this covered for about 40 minutes and then temp the chicken. I am keeping this fat. You can just strain it and then refrigerate it and use it for another frying project sometime this week. While the chicken is cooking, let's talk about our sides. I like to plan for a couple starch options at least. Here I'm doing baked beans, some dinner rolls, and some sweet potatoes. It's great to plan for things that can hold well in the oven hot until you're ready to walk out the door. You want to keep your hot things hot and your cold things cold and eat them within a 4-hour time frame. Here I'm doing a leafy salad, but things like coleslaw or broccoli salad stay better on a picnic table. We've got ourselves some picnic chicken. I think my great Aunt Shirley would approve. This is full of chickeny flavor underneath a sizzling crust, and it's going to go beautifully with these Brock Cellars wines. They're packable, they're adorable, they're safe because no glass, and they're also delicious. Be sure to see what my friend Erin has to say about these cute little wine guys. I'm Karin. Thanks so much for joining me in my kitchen. Happy picnicking! Can't wait to tell my great Aunt Shirley that her chicken is famous now.